am so excited to get to decorating today, you guys. We're gonna decorate this living room and our dining room to just match all those springtime vibes that are happening outside. So today's a Sunday. We spent literally the entire day outside yesterday on Saturday playing with neighborhood friends. We all had a blast. My hubby, myself, and all three kids, and the dog even. Anyways, I love to make the inside of my house match the way it's feeling on the outside. So following the Christmas season, I always like to just kind of have it just neutral and simplistic on the inside of our home as far as decor after the holiday when there's just like so much extra. And so then when the springtime rolls around, I like to bring in some pops of color and some cheer. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. And if we haven't met yet, I'm Shanna. So I had kind of a big subscriber jump after my last video. So some of you may be new here. I'm so glad you've joined, whether you've been here for a while or whether you're new. So welcome, and let's get to decorating. Oh, and before I forget, you guys, I have something super exciting to show you guys, and I'm going to save it for the end of the video. So I think I'm saving the best part for last. Hopefully you guys will agree. Anyone who's been here for a while, you'll understand my excitement over what I'm going to share. And if you're new here, hopefully you'll still feel that same level of excitement that I'm feeling about this, but you'll have to stick around till the end to find out exactly what that is. So stay till the end so you don't miss out. Okay, let's really get started this time. Anytime I'm about to redecorate a space, I like to do a really good deep clean, a good dusting, and typically a declutter. So I just decluttered this space, and I also did kind of like a minimal version of a deep clean just a few days ago. We have had our windows open because it's been so amazing and so nice. It's been great to just let in that fresh air, but it does bring in more dust when we have the windows and the screen doors and stuff open. So anyways, I do a lot more dusting at this time of the year than I do during like the winter, for example. So I'm using this Norwex dusting mitt here in this portion of the video. I'm not sponsored or affiliated, but I absolutely love this thing. If you've watched any of my cleaning videos in the past, you've heard me talk about this and you've seen me use it. It literally is just the mitt on your hand. You don't need any water or any spray. And it does a great job. You can wrap it around like the edges of shelves or around like banister, the little banister rails, whatever those are called on my stairs. Picture frames like I'm doing here. Little porcelain things like this owl that I just dusted. So it just does a great job, and I will be sure to link that in the description box if anyone's interested in it. Zumi was in charge of supervising this project of mine, where I took every single thing off of these shelves. That's how I like to redecorate spaces. Honestly, it's just to remove everything and then you have a clean slate. So here's all my stuff all laid out, and I added a few things to this this collection here that was not previously on the shelf. So everyone decorates differently, but for me, I love to lay everything out like this, and I know exactly what I have to refill that space. And I won't use all of this, but it's at least here. It's visible to me. I know exactly what I have to work with, and it just works great for me. I was clearly way too boring for Zumi. So if you don't know anything about corgis, this is how they often lay, with just like the funniest thing ever. Zumi will be 4 in just a couple days. And when we first got her and she would lay like this in her little dog bed, it cracked us up. And now, even though she's almost 4 now, it still cracks us up every time. She's such a sweet, funny, goofy dog. But corgis are like the quirkiest little pups ever. So I thought you guys might enjoy that. I literally filmed what was on the top of my little sideboard there, and then I turned around and there was Zumi just like laying there on the floor looking like she was like bored out of her mind. So anyways, here I am redecorating that shelf, and I've shared this before because I decorate this space obviously for each season, like each holiday. I do little, splashes of decor change. So I love to just layer the pieces in. So I'll start with like the bigger items first, and then I just kind of like eye them and I add things in. So I never go into these with like an exact plan, but I like to anchor the shelf in the space with like the larger items first, and then just add the other things in after the fact. And so you just kind of stand back, eye it, see what looks good. You'll know right away if you like something and you don't, or maybe you won't. Maybe you'll decorate and you'll just kind of sit with it for a few days, and you'll be chilling on your couch and you'll be like, you know what, I don't like how that looks. And so you'll get up and change it, and that's totally fine. Here I am moving on to the decorating the dining room. So this little black and white chalkboard, chevron printed chalkboard, I've had that in this space pretty much since we've moved here. It was hanging on the wall, and then when we got this little sideboard in our dining room, I placed it on top of that instead of having it hanging on the wall. So I used to change the quote out on it all the time, but it's been there for almost the 10 years that we've had this house, and I've loved it, but I'm just looking for a new look. So I love this sign. I picked this up for just $5 on our buy sell trade page a couple years ago, and I knew I wanted to put it somewhere in the dining room, but I feel like this is just like the perfect look and vibe that I'm going for in here. I want it to be a little bit more relaxing and not so loud looking. The chevron black and white thing, I was really into chevron because that was just the thing, and I still like it, but it just looks like a little much sometimes. I don't want it to look quite so busy and so loud. So this is more calming, and I love the message and what it says and what it speaks, towards our family. When I spotted these adorable jars at Michael's during the after Easter clearance, I knew I had to have them. They're just adorable. They're kind of like vintage inspired, and I thought my grandma's old vintage buttons would be just perfect in those. So that's my plan for those. I just don't have the buttons out, but eventually that's what's going to go in there. I'm using my favorite cleaner here to get this dining room table all cleaned and shined up in preparation for doing our little centerpiece. So I do the centerpiece the same way I decorate everything else. I just, get all the items out that I'm thinking I might like to use. And it's just a lot of trial and error and standing back and looking to see what I think of each setup and each look as I place things. And like I said before, you'll just know when the look is right and when it's, what you're going for. We love to purchase things used when we can, and we also love DIY projects. And so this amazing dining room table, it was from Pier 1, but we purchased it used for either $150 or $200 years ago, and we stripped it. It was like a dark cherry wood. Not our style, not our taste, but we used a combination of paint and stain and some aging techniques and made it exactly what we wanted, and we still just absolutely love it. Okay, time for the part that's always my favorite in these kind of videos, the part where we show you the whole look, everything once it's all come together, all of our hard work and our decorating efforts, and I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I enjoyed creating it, as much as I'm going to enjoy looking at our new decor and our new setup. I'm just loving the way it turned out. As I was watching all of this footage, once I compiled it, I just got so much joy out of witnessing how many of the items that I use in my home are used. So I love to decorate in, a beautiful way, but with like a frugal mindset. So I hate spending tons and tons of money on like the newest trends and the newest things. If I was rich, maybe I would love to do that, but part of it for me is like the thrill of the find. I love to see what I can find secondhand either at yard sales or on Marketplace, and I love using our Buy Nothing Facebook project, sorry, I said that wrong, Buy Nothing Project Facebook group as an amazing resource for home decor things as well. So I love to receive items on there, I love to gift items on there, and right here, this shows the shot. It'll show the top of these little jars that I'll be filling with vintage buttons. How cute are those with that little floral pattern on the top? I just love the mix of like textures and um, everything in this whole design. I love this. I love this little montage I created here in our dining room on this sideboard. I think it came together so nicely, and our family's gonna love sitting at this table with this as our backdrop. As we move over here into our living room space, I do want to make note over here on the left-hand side where there's this like random little toy area. I mean, I have kids, so obviously there are going to be toys, but my ultimate plan is not to have those things stored there in that corner. We'll be placing those downstairs, but for right now, which you'll see in a moment, we've made some changes in our living room, and so eventually I'd like to get a cute little armchair, maybe something that's got like a velvet look to it, in like a really cool rich color or a really fun color. But anyways, more to come on that. But for now, anyways, there are toys in the corner of our living room, and so be it, right? I love this little corgi painting. I think I found that at either Home Goods or TJ Maxx. I can't remember which one, but it's a tri-colored corgi, which is like ours. We oftentimes see the tan colored ones, but you don't see the ones that look like our Zoomy very much. So when I saw that, I had to have it. This little yellow Kerr jar. I always want to call these all mason jars. It says Kerr. I think that's how you say it. It's just chalk painted with some cheerful yellow paint, and I've got several items around my living room area that are in that same yellowish color, so I like to tie things together when I can. And then I adore this cute little hobnail candle. It smells really good too, but I love that kind of like, I don't know what you call that color, seafoam green. It's like a really pretty greenish blue color, and I just love that. Obviously, I adore that sweet picture of my Zenly. So, so cute. And then I have a love for owls, so I love the kind of coral color of this owl. I think it just kind of screams springtime, summertime, cheerful, bright colors. And there's some kind of wonderful sign. I love these little house, wooden house block signs that I have. I guess you wouldn't call those signs, but I like to put little things in them, whether it's like a little succulent or that little wooden printing block that has a Z on it. Basically, just love to put things that we enjoy, adorable things like these pictures of my twins, but things that bring us joy. You know, we're sitting on our living room couches and we're, looking at these pictures and these items on these shelves every day of our life. So you might as well make sure that you're surrounded by things that truly bring you like visual joy and bring, fun memories, if it's photos, just all the good things. Surround yourself with things that are beautiful to you and that bring you joy. And this shelf down here is just some books. This one didn't change a ton. I did add this cheerful yellow little plant holder though, so that was the main change on the bottom shelf of this bookshelf of mine. One more quick look around before I share with you guys the exciting thing I mentioned at the beginning of my video. Can't wait to share. We'll see if you guys can guess. Our living room looks empty. There's something missing. What is it? There's a Zoomy. We're not missing her. Oh, what's that outside? I think it's a furniture truck. Can you guys guess what we got? Okay, so I introduced to you our brand new sectional that we have been so pumped about. It took about 5 or 6 weeks to get. It's from Ashley Furniture Store, so if you have one near you, we suggest them. We've actually purchased multiple furniture items from them, but this one is called the Regent Park sectional, and the color is called Pewter, and it's like a grayish color, but I love the texture and the look of the fabric. And when I tell you guys this thing is comfortable, I mean like comfortable. It is the most amazing couch. I can't believe it's ours, that we get to actually like snuggle up on this amazing thing. The fabric feels almost like a really soft, like cozy blanket. So you can't get much more comfortable than that. But these cushions are like, they're so plush. It came with about 1.5 billion pillows, so that's kind of our only complaint. I don't mind all the pillows, but it is like a little overkill. We're like, what are we supposed to do with all of these? So I think we'll probably like put these in other rooms of our home, like maybe on beds or something. We don't need this many pillows, but each section of the sectional came with 2 pillows, and these pillows are like 21 or 23 inches around. They're big pillows. They're heavy duty, but this couch is so deep, you guys. So I'm not a tall person. I'm actually pretty short, but let me show you. When I sit down on this thing, especially in this corner, my legs are outstretched all the way. Look where my feet land. Like, my ankles are at the edge of the couch. I look like a little kid. I feel like a little kid when I sit on this thing. It cracked me up when we first went and tried this thing out at the furniture store. I was like, I don't know if I can handle this. I feel like I'm on like either a jumbo couch or I'm like a miniature sized person, but it is the best couch to snuggle on. We're loving every bit of it. This is definitely our happy place, as the sign says. Anyways, I definitely recommend checking out Ashley Furniture Store if you have one around you. They have some great options. That was the store that we found like the most choices from, and the one where we had like troubles making decisions because there were just so many amazing options. I thought it'd be super fun to take you guys on a quick little journey back in time to last July when we did our initial living room makeover. So this was like right after we had completed that. And then here in a second, right here, you guys will see what it looked like originally when we first began. So now after this video, you know what it looks like present day. It's definitely everything we dreamed, and we're loving it. I hope you guys like it too. Let me know your favorite decor piece or your favorite area that I decorated today, and let me know your thoughts on this sectional that we're just in love with. I thank you guys for being here. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't, and I can't wait to see you next time. Thanks, guys.